After a long COVID winter, one that included some unprecedented strains on our economy and on public health, the spring has brought some welcome signs of life and of hope. Businesses are beginning to reopen, schools are starting to reconvene in person, and friends and family members are finally starting to reunite. Perhaps what's most encouraging and what's helped support the beginning of our return to normal has been the development and distribution of vaccines. But there's still a long way to go. Many Americans still haven't returned to the in person experiences of the entertainment and travel industries, for example, and our economy is suffering. In order for people to feel safe to returning to in person interactions that support economic activity, we must continue to improve vaccine distribution. As we consider how best to move forward, it's worth reflecting on our trajectory so far, both the strategies that have helped and those that have hindered our progress. Though vaccine production has had some supply chain setbacks, such as the difficulty in finding vaccine components like reagents and other chemicals that have led to manufacturing bottlenecks, it has overall exceeded expectations. Operation Warp Speed, an initiative begun by the Trump administration, sped the development and the production of several vaccines, including Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson, by purchasing vaccines in development and directing resources towards vaccine manufacturing capacity. In total, through advance purchase agreements and grants, the Trump administration purchased more than 800 million doses through the end of July 2022. The Council of Economic Advisors previously estimated that accelerated vaccine development and distribution by OWS could result in as much as $2.4 trillion in economic benefit if there was a viable vaccine by January 1st, 2021. The effort actually outpaced that timeline, with first doses of the Pfizer vaccine being made available on December 14th, 2020. And the CEA noted that its own estimate might even underestimate the full economic benefit of accelerated vaccine development. In terms of vaccine distribution, there are worthwhile policy proposals to increase the number of people with some protection during that time period in which vaccine supplies are still somewhat scarce. We should be open to creative solutions that can help get people protected more quickly by strengthening the limited supply as far as we possibly can and moving the doses that we have as quickly as possible to as many people as possible. Our main priority should be to extend at least some protection to as many people as we possibly can. States also have an important role to play in distribution. In some cases, we've seen that restrictive federal guidelines and rigid, complex eligibility requirements have impeded states' progress, leading many vaccine doses to being wasted or administered to unintended populations. Lack of health resources at the final stage of local distribution have also presented some problems for many areas. On the other hand, successful states have implemented simple eligibility criteria and used technology to accelerate the distribution. Some have even built systems where patients can register online. Others have used online event hosting software to schedule appointments. And they've also partnered with local businesses and pharmacies. Despite all of the challenges that we've faced, the US has vaccinated more people per capita than most other countries in the world. Nearly 190 million doses have been administered as of April 13th. More American citizens have received a COVID-19 vaccine than tested positive for the virus since the beginning of the pandemic. And nearly a third of the adult US population is now fully vaccinated. There is reason for hope in our economic outlook as well. Expectations are set for a stronger economic response in the second half of the year. The CBO expects real GDP to return to its pre-pandemic level by 2021, and the labor force is expected to return to its pre-pandemic size by 2022. But in order to accelerate our economic recovery, we should look for opportunities to improve vaccine distribution policy. The sooner the U.S. reaches herd immunity through vaccinations, the sooner businesses can reopen to full capacity, and students can return fully to schools, and industries can come back to life, and Americans can return to work and social life without fear. So I look forward to hearing our panelists' contributions today and their insights into how we can do just that.